Hello, everyone, and welcome. I'm Connie Douglas from Great Stamping with Connie. I'm an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator here in Canada, and I'm coming to you live today from my craft studio in Wasaga Beach, Ontario. Welcome! I don't know about where you are, although I know it's in lots and lots of places. Cold, snow, winter. Welcome to winter. Oh my goodness, we are getting it right now, as are many of us or you, I suspect. I've heard from a number of people today that said, yes, it's really cold here, or it's snowing like a crazy, I don't know, madman, something. Anyway, snowing a lot. We had, they were calling for a lot of snow squalls in our area. We didn't get hit with them really last night. We got a bit of snow, but we didn't really get hit hard, but they're calling for it again tonight. So who knows? We will see. Anyway, I am tucked inside where it is warm, and the sun has been out for most of the day. So that, you know what? Sunshine makes such a big difference, doesn't it? Anyway, nice to be inside and to be crafting with you. If you are here joining me, do say hello and let me know what you're up to, how you're doing, where you're from, whatever you like. I just like to see and to meet and to hear from all of you. Whoops, gotta turn the sound down. I just have that so I can see what's going on, but I don't want it participating. Okay, what do we have? Couple of things. Big announcements from Stampin' Up! Tomorrow. So I will get a post out so that everyone can see what is up and what is coming and what all the excitement is. It's exciting. Let me just tell you, it's exciting. But that's for tomorrow. So for today, uh, two fabulous crafting events. Great way to beat the winter blues. Our midwinter escape. It is on February 28th. It is all day virtual crafting. You can stay in your jammies. You can do it from the comfort of your own home. Or, you can have a friend over if you want. So sign up with a friend and have them over, and the two of you can just hang out all day and craft and gab and snack and munch and who knows, whatever you like. It will be a fun day. It is a mega workshop. 4 bundles. We are including 4 bundles. There's 4 demonstrators, two from the United States, two from Canada. We have 4 bundles that we will be sharing with you. Now, you don't have to have all 4 bundles. You don't have to have any of the bundles. You are more than welcome to pull from your stash to create these projects. We just want to inspire you. We will be sending you lots of supplies that you can work with so that you will have, cardstock and embellishments and pretty papers and all sorts of exciting things that we will be sending you. But as far as the stamps and the ink go, you're more than welcome to just go into your stash. Or if you like, you can add those on to your um, escape package, and then maybe you'll add a favorite. You'll add one of them that you like. I have to tell you, there are some pretty awesome bundles that we're using. Lots of fun things and beautiful things, and we have some really cute projects for you. So that is February 28th. You can get all the info um, in my weekly emails and on social media, on my website, or reach out to me. Okay, greatstamping@gmail.com is my email. You'll find that everywhere. Sign up for my weekly email though. That's the best way to get all the scoop. Okay, the other event is an in-person event. It's not until March, so March 26th to 29th. That's my next girls' getaway weekend retreat. In person, Stayner, Ontario. Fabulous, fabulous weekend. Always such a good time. It is filling up. There is still space, but it is filling up. The early bird uh, bonus gift ends today. Today. You have to register and send your deposit today if you want that extra gift from me for registering early. But registration will continue past today, so you can check into it a little bit more if you want. Fabulous weekend though. They'll be make and takes for cards, for scrapbook layouts, some optional classes, lots of time to craft whatever it is you'd like to work on your own. 6-foot table, all your meals are prepared for you, all the dishes are done for you. And the retreat venue is it's truly a wonderful place. So again, get all the info for that in my weekly emails on social media and on my website, or email me at greatstamping@gmail.com. Okay, make sure you're on my mailing list though. That's the easiest way to get everything. Shall we head down here? Um, so today we have a blank palette. True confession, I had thought I would get some stuff prepared, but I've just had it was such a busy morning. I don't know. I don't know where the time went, although I did go out to line dancing this morning. I told you I'm doing line dancing. Woo! It is a lot of fun. Good for the brain, good for the body, um, and just fun to get out and exercise and uh, dance and hear some great tunes and be with other people and all the things. So, if you have not ever tried line dancing, you might want to check it out. Lots of fun. Anyway, we are going to play with this, Gears and Textures. This is one of the bundles that we will be using in our Midwinter Escape. We have 4 really fantastic projects that will use this bundle, stamps and dies. And this is also the bundle that I am using for my February Great Scrappin' with Connie Scrapbooking Club. And it will also be featured in my March Great Scrappin' with Connie Scrapbooking Club. So lots of time to get in on using this. It is fantastic. Look at all these different shapes and textures and different things that you can use for your stamping to add interest to your backgrounds. All of these fabulous dies. Excuse me, but I haven't had a chance to play with it yet. So I was thinking today we would just spend a little time and play with it a bit. So there we go, because it is truly awesome. And when I get a new bundle like this, I always like to just spend a little time, as I say, rolling around with it. Not really literally, but just play with it, see what it does, run some stuff through the cut and emboss machine, stamp some stamps, see what they look like, and just play and have fun. So I am just going to uh, grab a bunch of blocks here, and we're just gonna put some. I'm gonna start with some of the just these background texture kinds of things, just because they look like they're lots of fun. And maybe, since the goal might be to end up with a card at some point, although I haven't really planned a card. You never know, right? When you do some die cuts and things, maybe I will cut a piece of this to sort of be card front size. And we may or may not use it, but at least we're set up for success if that's what we decide to do. So move some of these things out of my way here, and I'm going to cut this at 4 inches. Go full 4. And 5 1/4. Right. So we have a piece. This is a good layering size. If you're not familiar with layering your cards, standard card base. I have, I think I only brought crumb cake here, but standard card base, 8.5 by 5.5, scored at 4 1/4. So when you fold it, folding on the score line, you want the mountain to come together. So this was the valley on the outside, and the mountain is on the inside. That's how the fibers are naturally broken. And so that's how you want to hold it. Okay. Give it a nice burnish with my bone folder. And now this is 5.5 by 4.25. So standard layer is 1/4 of an inch smaller, 5.25 by 4. So that's what I've cut this for. Okay, let's perhaps grab a little bit of scrap paper here. And I'm just going to stick it underneath there because I might go over some edges. So what color do we want? Maybe crumb cake. I'm going to use a crumb cake card base. Maybe we'll just use some crumb cake ink. It's all going to be very light. I've pulled out a lot of really just natural tones here, but I'm just going to stamp that down. Ooh, that was kind of fun. Okay. And then maybe we will throw in a little bit of this just to see what we get. I don't know. Like I said, I have not had a chance to play with this yet, so I do like that one too. What else do we have in here? We have splotches. Where are oh here. Sorry. Splotches. Let's do the splotches, shall we? Right there with them. I love like little spotty splotches. Can you see that okay? Do you need that a little bit more zoomed in? That isn't that it just like it's so easy and fun, and I love the texture that it adds. Some more of that. Where'd my this would be these would be great for making your own designer series paper too, which is kind of what we're doing. All sort of tone on tone. I think I want here. But I've only used one color. You could do this with multiple colors. You could overlap it. All right, do I want to come back with, maybe I'll do this, and then I will come back over top a little bit with another color. What do you think? I don't know what color. It was just a thought I was having right this moment. This is this is me at my winging it-ist. It's not really a word, but yes, so I didn't really plan this. I'm just, when you have something new, you just want to sit down and play with it a little bit, right? So that's what I'm doing. I think though, maybe something in yellow, or should I come in with a color? Should I bring a pop of color in? Maybe. You think this is like I said, I have no thoughts about what this card is going to be, but let's just come in over top with maybe Timid Tiger. That's kind of a good, fun color. It's a great orange. Oh, that's Peach Pine. I don't think that's the one I want. I want Timid Tiger. Where is it? Where are you hiding there, Timid Tiger? Come on out. Don't be so timid. Hey, yeah, it's definitely orange, but it's not bright in your face orange, if that makes any kind of sense. Not sure that it does, but it's just I'm just gonna smack that down right there. Hopefully that's not too intense. You know what? If it is two-sided cardstock, we will just flip it over. I'll come in here like this. Here, I might come in here like this. Another one of these in. Maybe I should do this one first. And I know where I want what. Should I bring him in beside there? Bring another one of him in there. some of this in here. So I'm sort of using a lot of this splotchy guy just because he's, oops, it's not really what I wanted. This guy again. Sort of filling stuff in. What do you think? Yes? No? Maybe? Kind of need a little bit of spots in crumb cake in there. This is where you circle back. You do need to remember to wash your stamp. Or we could come in with these little hash marks, or we have a single splotch. Oh my goodness, look at all the choices we have here. There's still this one that we haven't used, and there's still this one, and there's little X and some other bolts and things, but let's use this guy, shall we? Grab him. Another little block, because this will be good for fitting in, right? There. Ah, just like that. And then we could even add some of him, some of these small gaps. So remember how I was talking about making your own designer series paper? I do believe we have just done that. I don't have any of this in the orange, but I'm not certain I need it. I think I'm going to stop right there, except for one more on this edge. There. And see, I keep saying, oh, there's a gap, there's a gap, there's a gap. Should just stop. Okay, I like that. What do you think? Who knew? Yes. See, didn't I do call this my crafting adventure, right? And there's a reason why I call it that. Because it is an adventure, especially when when I'm playing with something brand new and I haven't really planned things. That's when the adventure is the greatest, I think. It's all fun though, right? Hey, clean this off. And then we are good with that. So there's a piece for a background. Okay, now we have not used all the stamps, but we've used an awful lot of them. Well, 4 of them. There's still lots left. We still have lots. We've got all these, is it easier to see? We have all of these gear kinds of things. Those. Still lots of stamps left, but we're going to stop with that for now. Maybe we'll do some die cuts. Look at this guy. I'm loving this guy and this guy. They're so okay. There's just so many. We've got cogs and I don't know, gears, tracks, all different things. What I don't know is, so this one looks like it cuts out. This one looks like it cuts out. This one, I guess it does. This is like a little track with holes in it, but we're going to see. Why don't we run some of those through? Let's run this guy through. Let's run this guy through. And here's something fun. I ordered this a little while ago, and I don't think I ever used it. Earthened toned metallic paper. This was from the fall. Can you see that? I know it's shiny, so it's hard to see. You're getting a lot of the reflection of my light, but it is brown foil. It's like dark, dark coppery kind of color, and it is fabulous. Why have I not played with this yet? I have no answer to that. It's a bit of a rhetorical question because there is no answer to that, but we are going to use it right now. I'm going to grab these bits and pieces. I am going to put this on here. Actually, I'm going to push this through because it's very long and it's poking me. I'm going to drop some of these right on here so that we can cut them out and see. We'll just see what we get. Isn't that fun? That's the idea, that it is fun, right? Yes, okay. What else do we want? I don't really want any of those. Do we want to run? We're not going to run a long guy through yet. Let's just start with this. And I'm going to come right down, see if I can get it to feed in here. Not sure, only because I'm using foil, and sometimes when your plate starts, it puts a crease in your foil just because that's where it's starting to squish. Right? But I'm not sure I can get it to feed with the plate this far back. It's not sure it's going to be happy about that. So let me just get a little bit of a body push and see. Yeah, it's not too happy. So pull this back out, move this plate up where it should be. Up about there. Try this again. I should have cut the foil probably. But anyway, we'll see if we can get it to go through here. See what we have going on. Whoops. Okay. There we go. So I know I am wiggling and jiggling you. Whoop. See, here's the other reason why I should have got this, because now I'm bumping into stuff out the other end. This will get us some metallic die cuts that I think are going to be just way too much fun. So, okay, so you can see there's, can you see? Yeah, a little bit of a crease there. It will come out, or we will plan a cut around that, but something to keep in mind. Look, oh, now, if you are one of those super avid crafters, you could take all these little bits and pieces that go with all of these things, and you could save them and you could put them into your next project. These are actually big enough that you could probably glue. These, you'd have to be kind of dedicated. That's probably a little more dedicated than I am, but you could do it. They're not terrible. If you got your take your pick tool, you would be able to pick those up fairly easily, I think. And then, yeah, you could do that. Oh, did this not quite? Oh, yes, it did. Okay. Okay, there's one last gear. What else do we have here? Get some of these pieces out of the way. Those. There is just a little centerpiece in here. I don't think we need that for anything, but there's that little guy as well. Okay, I'll drop some of these things back onto my magnet sheet so that I don't lose anything. I've started trying to get organized this year. I have put a tray right near my cut and emboss machine, my big one, so that I can collect the dies when I'm doing things like this and just, use it and immediately just drop it in the little tray, and then I know where it is. It's not going to end up under bits and pieces, and it's not going to get thrown out by accident. I don't actually think I've done that. I've been very lucky over the years. I haven't lost a whole lot of dies, but you do think about it, right? You don't want to lose your dies. I don't know that we want all of these pieces on here, but I do like them. Ooh! What else should we do? Let's cut some more things while we're here, shall we? Maybe we'll cut some just with some cardstock. So here's where I should have another tray that I don't have. But I do have this little bucket. So we're just going to drop these things into here for now so that they don't get lost on the desk. There we go. That's going to be our little bits bucket. And there we go. I've lost my books. Okay, so what else do we want to do? Let's get some, how about some pecan pie? And this is long enough, so let's run a bunch of these guys through. shall we? So oh, you can't see what I'm up to right now, can you? So let me just move these things. Oh, this is where the table gets very small. Okay, so I am going to line up a bunch of these guys and we can just see what we get. I think they all cut out fully. I don't think, sometimes, you know how sometimes dyes just add, you could put some sort of a sentiment in that, couldn't you? Okay, let's run her through, see what we get, shall we? Some dyes cut grooves or textures or something in your cardstock, but they don't actually cut out a shape, right? I think these all cut the full shape, but we're going to see. That's why we do this, so we can figure these things out. Okay, set that over there for a minute. And let's see what we got. Yes, they do all cut out. So look. That's fun. Little chain. And some other, oh, so look, you could do some layering if we did these in two different colors, couldn't you? Maybe we'll have to run those through again. There's the one with the little holes in it. I don't have a dye brush here, but these things are just falling out with my finger anyway. Just might take your pick tool on some of them. I have this. See, now this one could use a dye brush. However, if I just do this, they do all fall out. And again, if you wanted to take the time, you could save all these little bits and you could put them into a different color strip just for fun. I am not going to do that. I think, not sure what I would use that for other than perhaps a sentiment, or it could just be, you know, some great strips. So you ever do this trick when you have you have lots of cut lines on your cutting plate, sometimes stuff sticks to it. Gift card is a great way to scrape everything off quickly and easily. Okay, so there's a bunch of those strips. Now let's run some of those again with a different color. What color shall we use this time? Shall we use early espresso? Oh, helper approaching. We don't really need a helper. We might be getting a helper. Do these. And while I'm at it, let's do, I really like this this tread, so let's do some of that. And what haven't we done? We haven't done, oh, this is one die. I'm not sure what it looks like coming through, but I guess we're going to find out. This is just a circle. So again, this could be used for a sentiment, just a sentiment shape. It's just a circle, but it does two layers of circle. So what else? We haven't done this one. We haven't done, these are small. So I'm just going to drop him right on there. And we'll put this guy down here. And then since there is room, let's just throw this back on. Do another one of these, shall we? I like him too. Okay, let's run this through. So we have some of the same ones, but we also have some different things coming through here. See what we get. You're wondering what these bits of things are stuck on there. That is washi tape. And I use that if I've stamped and then I'm die cutting and I want to hold something in place. Washi tape is fabulous for that because it will not destroy your paper. Always It's good. Okay. Bring this over. Don't. Whoop. What? I guess that was out of my viewfinder, wasn't it? Whoop. We still have a couple of. This is where your die brush is awesome because it will just poke everything out super quick. I never remember to bring it over here when I'm gonna do die cutting during a live. So I guess I need to get better at that, but oh, I was thinking, what is that? That was an odd look, but it's it's the cutting plate because whoop, take your pick tools falling apart. Not really, just unscrewed. Go. I think we're getting to the end of our putty, so it's comes loose. Okay, get these treads out. These dies are they're just fun. What can I say? You could create just with shapes and things. So look at, this is the one where the die was all one piece. I don't think that cuts right through. It's embossed. Can you see the, oh, kind of tough, eh? Can you see there, you see the embossing? Those are just little dots of embossed portions. I'm just gonna clear that off. I did not keep, oh no, I did not keep the inside pieces of that, but it's okay. I don't know that I'm going to use any of those other little inside pieces either. It's just, you know, you could. You could, and especially since they're foil, we might just stick some of the bigger ones on to a project somewhere. Okay, what do we think? Is that enough of that? Let's go back to our card. See. Put these back on here so we do not lose any of these dies. Where did my package go for my dies? I had pulled it out, right? Yes, no? Not sure. Somewhere. Anyway, I'm not positive how many dies there's supposed to be. It would tell me that on the package if I knew where, oh, is this it? Yes, here we go. 16? Oh my goodness, 16 dies. What do we have here? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Oh, 16. There we go. We have not lost any. 16 dies. That's a lot of dies, a lot of options, a lot of choices for what you are die cutting. And there's 2 for sure that could have sentiments in them. There's no sentiments in this stamp set, so you can just add your own. And this would obviously be something narrow, and then there's a circle. So yeah, lots of options. Okay, what else do we want on this card? Maybe just a little conglomerate of stuff. And a sentiment, maybe. Okay, let's work on the sentiment. You know what? This might need the die cut machine. Cut and emboss again because I do like this guy. Oh, this was the one we were talking about doing as a layer, wasn't it? Okay, so here's my recommendation on this. Excuse me, adhesive sheets. Put adhesive sheets on that top layer cardstock. This one would not be so bad. You could get liquid glue on there quite easily. This one would be a lot easier to use with adhesive sheets. And this is my failing, right? This one too. The first time I'm die cutting stuff, I never think about putting adhesive sheets on things because I'm not in the mode of, oh, this is going to be a small piece. We want to turn that into a sticker. But anyway, for next time. Okay, fabulous sayings. This is the January product of the month. And these sayings are fabulous. They really are, though. They are lots of everyday, regular sentiments. Happy birthday, thank you, hello, just because. Those things are just like fabulous. And then you're on my mind, sending love. You can do anything. Oh, don't we need to hear that sometimes, eh? So yes, just some fabulous, everyday, all occasion kinds of sentiments. So I'm going to use hello. Hello. Okay. And I am going to stamp that, I think, in, maybe we'll go dark brown. We'll go early espresso, make it dark. Let's go dark, eh? If we don't like it, we can redo it. Have more paper. I brought the whole pack. Okay, so now I can show you how I use that washi tape as well. Because I've stamped that. And then I am going to bring back the cut and emboss machine. And put this down on here. And then hopefully I have left enough space. Yes, we're good for that. Now you can just run this through. Could just put your plate down now. But if you are worried about it moving around or anything like that, you just stick a piece of washi tape right down on top of there, and that's going to hold it exactly where you want it. Okay? And you will see as I come through and take it out that the paper does not get destroyed because the washi tape it sticks, it holds it, but it's not super sticky adhesive. So it does stick to your cutting plates, doesn't it? Okay, so you do want to be careful when you take this off. You don't want to just, totally rip the Band-Aid off because it could grab your cardstock, but there we go. So look, there is the inside of that die cut, and bonus, we get another ring. So you could do this. Could do another one of these in a color, maybe in the copper, the brown, the metallic, that beautiful stuff. Let's run it through again. With this, I am just going to cut this off though, just so it's a little easier to manipulate because it's pretty long. So what do I need? I need to move this up a little bit. About this much, which will be plenty, I think. Just gonna cut it there, there, there. Bring this back in. Where did I put my plates? Okay, here we go. So put this on here, and while we're at it, we might as well put something else on, shall we? What the heck? How about this one? I do like this one. This one piece guy, he is fun. Is there room? Ooh, tight. Okay, fingers crossed that we have enough space for both of those? Think we do? We will know in a moment. It's always a good sign when you can see just the tiniest amount there, but that means we didn't go over the edge, so it's a good sign. Right? And now we have a circle for something else. Put these back here again, so they don't get lost. Bring this back, and there's my hello. So now, look, it's like we've layered it, but we didn't. It's a cheater layer. I think I want to use this. I like this one. But we need another metallic. Guess we could put it right up here. Maybe something like that. It's kind of fun, isn't it? Yeah, I think I like that. Shall we put it together? Let's put it together. So, okay. Kind of sort of remember how and look, I've signed myself up to do glue on this little piece that I suggested you should do with adhesive sheets for the next time. Okay. Let's see. I'm gonna bring in my silicone mat so that I can just kind of get some too much glue, too much glue going on this. I think that hold that. Do have some coming through, so just have to clean that off a little bit. I'm gonna put this. I was gonna put this right across there. Right? This we could pop up on a dimensional because that has lots of space. This one we could pop up on a dimensional as well, and this we could pop up on a dimensional, but I don't know about the border piece. That might be a little tricky, but I think we can put this down flat and pop this up in the middle. I think it would be okay. But let's get back to this. What else do we want to do here? We did this one down low, and then we put this one here, didn't we? This, that kind of. Else do we need anything else? That might work, okay? Just like that. Okay. I'm gonna come up here out of the camera again, aren't I? Add some glue. This is another one that would be a good candidate for adhesive sheets in the future. If you haven't ever used our adhesive sheets, add some to your next order because they are wonderful. I'm going to do that on an angle just because I don't think we really want anything coming on straight here. This is just, it's all, everything is all over as far as direction goes. So any of these really could have adhesive sheets. This one's not too bad, but it would work with adhesive sheets too. Okay, I am going to put the lid on that for a moment. grab some dimensionals. And this, I don't know if we need more than one right in the center of this, but let's maybe just throw a couple more on here, shall we? Put some right. So I'm kind of going on these spokes. No, you don't see it, but you can see there. So I'm just going to add 3 to this. I say probably don't need it, but you know, it'll just be super secure. And this, let me just see, you have to place this one quite carefully, but it does fit. This, actually, you know what? I'll pull this off of here because I ordered, they're in my other bin. I ordered some of these. I'd never used these before. I possibly could have had one on here too, couldn't I? Oh well, these are the black dimensionals. So let's use one of these on here because this is dark. And then I guess if it was sticking out at all, at least it would be dark. But I don't think it's going to stick out at all. Sorry to disappoint, but that's not going to show up. Okay, bring him in there. Put this guy. So look at this. Can you see? Can you see that you can't really see? I'll put that right down there. And then I'm going to put some glue onto this. Bit too much glue there, I'm sure. Sticky fingers. And I'm going to drop that right about there. You do want to be a little bit careful with your foil and glue on your fingers because it will show on the foil and you can't really clean it off, which is why I grabbed that cloth. Okay, and then I am going to put this guy on dimensionals. All those guys. That didn't really go where I wanted it, so now we're going to do 3. And now we have way too many, but you know, again, better to have too many than too few, I suppose. Put that right down. Sorry, was that out of the camera? Right down in there. Okay. And now I do believe we are ready to go on to the card. Got a lot of lots of extra pieces here. We might be able to do a second card right away. Okay, get some adhesive on here. Oh, is there in the die cuts? Oh, we did have a little tiny, and my little tiny piece. Did I lose it? I don't even remember whether I cut it in brown in the early espresso. Did I? Yes, I did. Cut it in early espresso. So where is that, I wonder? Have I lost it? Oh yeah, this looks like it's all, this is all metallic in there, which means it should be on my desk somewhere. Those bits in there. I'm not seeing it. It's very small. It might have gotten pushed into the trash bin. I'm not sure. I think this is it, but whatever it was, oh no, that's a little tiny square, isn't it? So, yeah, I don't know what happened to it. It could be anywhere, right? Let's just see if it could go in the center, but maybe in a different color, maybe in very vanilla. And I don't know that I need anything. Maybe this one, this might be better. Let's cut both of these and we will see what we think. So that on there, and put that on there, and come in with the plate and run it through, and then we can see what we think. There's that. It is small. Oh, and there's even smaller little bit in the middle here. Okay, that's not even going to focus, is it? I need to cover up the stuff below it. Look at that. So that's just a little tiny, it's the center of this screw head. Do you like that though? That's kind of fun. Again, that's going to be tough to stick down because there are not a lot of landscape there for attaching to. It might be. What do you think? Kind of looks good, doesn't it? But shake him off. Him up there. This might work too. This might also work. I don't like it as well. Ah! Hey, I'm gonna do it. I don't know who this card is going to, but I sure hope they appreciate what we are doing. So you pick it up with your take your pick tool. You come in with your liquid glue here. Just put the smidgiest smidge on here. And I'm going to set it down on there. Okay. Oh, look, more help. Here it comes. Hello, Oscar. I don't think we need you right in the camera. Keep going. Keep going. No, not onto me. Right through was what I was suggesting. No, Oscar, come on. Sorry, don't make mommy lock you out of here. Okay. There. Look at that. What do you think? What do you think, Oscar, since you seem to feel you need to be part of this? Come on. Oh my goodness, it is not dinner time yet. It's not even 4:30. Okay, I'm gonna put this in here. So what else can we do? Can we do another card? We have enough stuff for another card, don't we? I have another card base. It's also crumb cake. Oops, but not that one. That is not a card base. That is just a piece of card stock. Here we go. So I have card bases and I have layers. I did get a few things ready. I didn't really plan the whole thing, but I did get a few things ready. Okay, so this time we have a choice. We have a pecan pie layer, which I cut some of those pieces in, so maybe we don't want that. We have just a basic beige layer, different from anything that we used before. I have very vanilla for bits and pieces, although we do have some other. I have more of this here. And then I did do a piece of early espresso that I embossed with the exposed brick just to give it some texture. So I'm thinking maybe we'll use this guy. And then we can just, we could put on some of these bits and pieces. The brown isn't really going to show up unless we could put this chain onto there. That could show up. We'll do that. What else do we have in here? We have a little bit of metallic going on. A couple of gears. Don't give me the gears. Oh, we have a tread. Another tread. Okay, let's put a little bit of this together, shall we? See where we go with it. So I'm going to take this chain. You could almost shape this chain. It's perhaps a little delicate. You could absolutely shape the chain stamp, because the photopolymer stamps, you can bend those to kind of, turn them into an arc or something. Right. Okay, let's see if we can get this down onto here. As I mentioned, this would, my recommendation for the future is to use adhesive sheets for this piece. But we did not do that, so we are using liquid glue. And I think we got it. I think we're good. Bit of a mess on the cap of my liquid glue. Hey, so there's that, and that will show up. You know what? I am going to put, no, well, maybe we should build it here just in case, right? So this guy should be relatively easy to glue because he has got some available real estate for glue. Fingers a little bit. Nope. Right about there. And this now, this piece is okay for gluing. So that's right. This there. What are we going to do for a sentiment? Maybe we should decide on our sentiment. Where did my stamp set go? Here we go. What do we think? We do a big happy birthday? We could do a big happy birthday. Let's do that. Happy birthday. Okay. Another big stamp. Well, and I'm going to put this onto a piece of Very Vanilla. Early espresso, maybe? We haven't added any color to this, so I don't have any Timid Tiger in this one, but we'll just stick with the browns for this one, perhaps, shall we? Okay, I'm just going to throw this down onto here. Any old where. Whoop! Right out of the camera. Sorry about that. Because after that, I am going to close the ink so that I don't lean in it or anything. And then I'm going to grab my paper snips and I am just going to cut around this. This is a fairly large sentiment stamp, so it can take up a lot of real estate, which is fabulous if that's what you're after. And then if you don't want it to take up as much real estate, you can do this and just cut out around it, and then it doesn't cover up your background nearly as much. So great to have the option to do it either way, depending what you have in your background, and whether you want just a great big message to pop in front of your face with the big happy birthday wish, or whether you want to show off the things on the back a little bit more. Scissors wrangling in. I'm going to actually cut this off of here. A little bit easier to manipulate, coming around the bottom. Don't. Might be a die that you could use to cut out a shape for this. It's too wide for the that narrow strip that we cut earlier, but perhaps you have something in your stash that would make a nice die cut shape around this. Or you could just cut it straight, right? I chose to fussy cut around it, but you could just cut it into a rectangle. That would work too. I think I'm just gonna trim this a smidge because there is not a lot of extra space around that sentiment, but that's okay. There we go. Put that on there. Add in this. What else did we have that we were thinking of using? Anything? Recall. Use this one too. 3 pieces of the metallic. Is that too much bling? Or will that work? I think that will work, won't it? Okay, let's I think I'm gonna glue this down flat because it's or we could glue it onto. Okay, now I'm thinking. Could glue it onto here, cut around that. Oh, that might be getting too long though, right? I don't have a lot of, well, it would dangle over the edge. I still have card base. That could work. Let's give it a go. If we don't like it, yeah. We don't have to attach it to the card if we don't like it, do we? Can leave it off and start over on the sentiment, maybe for another day, but certainly we don't have to continue on if we don't want. Okay, and this one, when I cut this one, I think I'm going to cut sort of less, cut smoother. Does that make sense? Don't really know what I'm trying to say, but look, I'm just going to do this as opposed to all the grooves. I don't know that I'm going to like this, but this is where we're going to start because can always cut more off. It's just a little tricky if you cut off more than you think you want. Can't really put it back on. You have to sort of start over. What do we think? You could be honest. Looks kind of bad. I think we need to sort of follow this, don't we? Yes. Yes. You know, what your mind's eye sees and what your eyes see, not always not always one and the same. So, yeah, that did not look. It just looked messy, didn't it? It looked like a, you know, a 3-year-old had done it. Which might some days feels like my crafting level, but we can fix it up a little bit here. This will be better. And again, if it's not, we just won't use this sentiment at all. We will start over, start fresh. There we go. So let's see. I'm sort of scared to look. I think that's okay, actually. It's better than it was. Whoops, it's a little hard to see, isn't it, on the camera? There we go. A little better. It looked pretty bad before. So, and this we can put on dimensionals. So let's put the rest of these down. Maybe we'll pop this guy up too, though, shall we? Why? There we go. I'll put him on. Where did my dark dimensionals go? Here we are. Put him on a dark dimensional. I think. Oh, yes, we're okay. Oops. Didn't really want that in there, but just put that in my paper bin. This guy's going to have to be flat because otherwise we're going to have a sticky center. Him down there. And then this guy, this one. Oh my. A lot of glue on here. Too much glue. Too much glue. Way too much glue. That really oozed, didn't it? So again, if you use adhesive sheets on these pieces, you won't run into this. You'll just have nice sticky bits where you want sticky bits and no extra sticky where you don't want sticky. Okay, and then we are going to put dimensionals onto this guy. These. That didn't work too well, did it? Okay. Right. The bottom. Okay. Then there. Okay. This down here. I've used liquid glue on that because it's embossed, so I wanted to make sure I had adhesive in all the nooks and crannies. Now, I have not put embellishments on either of these cards. Not certain that I want to. They are a sort of more masculine themed, and they both have the metallic paper. So I'm sort of thinking we're good as is without any extra bling. But you can let me know what you think. I can always go back and add some later, right? Okay. So there you go. Close up of this one. I do like that foil. It's nice. It's not bright gold. It's not shiny silver, but it's metallic and it's quite lovely. There we go. Why did I wait so long to play with it? Truth is, I hadn't ordered it right away. The the stuff that it went with was went out of stock, and then I just never got back to it. And well, things get busy. Anyway, I have it now. I've used it now. I like it now. I might get more. Certainly, I will use it again. I still have lots. That was a small strip off of the first piece, and there's three of them. So 12 by 12, lots of foil there. I don't need any more right now. Alrighty, there you have it. Gears and Textures. It is an awesome bundle. Fantastic for uh, masculine themed cards. Fantastic for adding texture just with some stamping or, any of that, uh, you know, just adding bits and pieces and gears and the punk stuff. And anyway, lots of fun. Lots of fun to play with and more fun to be had. But that's all I have for today. So, holy mackerel, we're very late. I'm sorry, that took a long time, didn't it? Even with the second card being kind of ready to go. But thank you for hanging with me and for sticking around if you are still here, or maybe you have zoomed ahead in the replay. Either way, thanks so much for hanging out with me. I really appreciate it. If you have not subscribed to my mailing list, go to greatstampingwithconnie.com and sign up there. That way you will get all the info about all the things. Take care, everyone. We will see you Friday morning at 9:30 Eastern Time for Connie's Craft Along. Bye for now.